Alright, let's get real. Do you feel like nature is personally attacking you every spring? Like the trees are out here plotting against you with their invisible pollen bombs? Do you ever sneeze so hard you start questioning your own existence? And what's the deal with allergy meds? Why do some work like magic while others leave you feeling like you just pulled an all-nighter for no reason? And here's something really weird. Why do some people suddenly develop allergies out of nowhere? Like, you were fine last year, and now Mother Nature has put you on her hit list. Well, don't worry. We're about to break down exactly how you can fight back against seasonal allergies without feeling like a drowsy, sniffly mess. We'll cover the best ways to minimize symptoms, some surprising things that might actually make allergies worse, and whether or not your diet has anything to do with all this madness. So grab your tissues and let's dive in. First things first, what even are seasonal allergies? I mean, sure, we all know they make us sneeze, but what's actually happening? Turns out your immune system is out here being dramatic. It sees pollen floating through the air, and instead of being like, oh cool, just some plant dust, it panics like someone just set off the fire alarm. So your body releases histamines, tiny invisible chaos gremlins that make your nose run, your eyes water, and your throat itch. All because your body thinks it's protecting you from danger. It's like fighting an imaginary villain, only the villain is a daisy. Now, how do we stop this ridiculous overreaction? Do we just convince our immune system to chill out? Oh, if only. But there are ways to make it easier to survive allergy season without turning into a walking tissue dispenser. Let's talk about meds. You've got antihistamines, decongestants, nasal sprays. It's like a whole pharmacy aisle dedicated to your seasonal suffering. But here's the thing, some allergy meds work great for some people, while others just make you feel like a very sleepy ghost. Why? Well, it depends on how your body processes them. Think of antihistamines like parents at a candy store. Some are drill sergeants that block everything, while others are more like the cool aunt who just gently steers you away. The trick is finding what works for you. But let's say you don't want to rely on meds. What if you prefer the natural route? Can diet actually help with allergies? Short answer, maybe. Long answer, some foods contain natural antihistamine like quercetin, found in apples and onions, or vitamin C, which helps lower histamine levels. And then there's local honey, which people swear by as a natural allergy remedy. The theory is that eating small amounts of local pollen can train your immune system to stop freaking out. Does it work? Scientists are still debating it. But hey, worst case scenario, you just took your tea from meh to chef's kiss levels of delicious. But diet isn't the only thing to consider. What about your environment? Can you allergy-proof your home? Kind of. You can't exactly banish pollen from existence, but you can make your home a safe zone. First, let's talk air purifiers. These little machines suck in allergens and trap them, keeping the air you breathe a lot cleaner. But not all air purifiers are created equal. You want one with a high-efficiency particulate air HEPA filter, because regular ones are about as effective as using a spaghetti strainer to keep out mosquitoes. Next, windows, should you leave them open or closed? Well, if you enjoy having a personal relationship with pollen, leave them open. Otherwise, keep them shut on high pollen days. Check the pollen forecast, because yes, that's a thing. It's like checking the weather, but instead of deciding if you need an umbrella, you're deciding if you need to stay inside like a vampire avoiding the sun. And let's talk about your clothes. If you're outside during peak allergy season, congratulations, you're basically a human pollen magnet. When you come home, changing clothes and taking a quick shower helps stop you from tracking pollen all over your furniture, bed, and worst of all, your pillow. Because nothing says sweet dreams like rubbing your face in pollen all night. Now, let's get to something truly bizarre. Why do some people develop allergies out of nowhere? Like, you've lived your whole life breathing air just fine, and then one day your sinuses declare war. Well, scientists aren't 100% sure why. but they think it has to do with your immune system shifting over time. Maybe you moved to a new area with different plants, or maybe your body just decided to spice things up. Lucky you. But it can happen both ways. You can develop new allergies, and sometimes allergies can just disappear. No warning. No explanation. One day you're sneezing your face off, and the next, nothing. It's like your immune system went, "Yeah, I'm over it." But what if you've tried everything, and you're still sneezing like you're trying to break a world record? That's when allergy shots might come into play. They work like exposure therapy, small doses of allergens over time to train your immune system to stop overreacting. It's like sending your immune system to therapy, but instead of talking about childhood trauma, it's learning to tolerate ragweed. Oh, and let's talk about the mistakes people make during allergy season, because trust us, some of them are making things way worse. Mistake number 1. Rubbing your eyes. Listen, we know it's tempting, but rubbing itchy eyes just makes things worse. It spreads allergens and can irritate your eyes even more. It's like scratching a mosquito bite. You think you're helping, but now it's 10 times worse. Mistake number 2. Thinking rain is your best friend. Yes, rain helps wash pollen away, but right before it rains, the pollen count actually spikes. So if you're standing outside watching the clouds roll in, you might as well be inhaling pure pollen dust. Mistake number 3. Assuming allergies equal just pollen. Surprise! Mold spores and dust mites also get worse in certain seasons. So if you're still sneezing indoors with all the windows shut, you might have a different allergen gatecrashing your life. Alright, before we wrap this up, let's talk about you. Did you learn something new today? If so, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It helps us more than you know. And tell us in the comments, what's an allergy-related struggle that's thrown you for the biggest loop? Ever sneezed so hard you scared your pet? Ever had an allergic reaction to something completely random? Let's hear it. And here's some information you probably didn't know you needed. Check out this video right here.